a star-studded Brazilian lineup that includes the likes of Nene Hilario, Anderson Varejão, Thiago Splitter, Marcelino Hortas, the point guard, and then don't forget Leandrinho Barbosa. What a talented lineup this is, John.
Boy, they've been fun to watch. Barbosa is just incredible. He's consistently scored. He's been coming off the bench until last game he started, and he really did a good job. Can't forget about Vieira also, made some incredible three-pointers.
Yeah, Vieira really stepped up to the plate yesterday in the win against Serbia. He had 21 points, many of them from distance, and he's rewarded today with a start. It's Hilario and Varejão who get starts, and surprisingly, John, Splitter will begin on the bench.
Well, Splitter will see playing time. It'll be interesting to see how Coach McKnight takes this game. I'm sure he's going to experiment with a few different lineups. They finished second regardless of the outcome of today's game. Use it as a practice session, try to find different chemistry between different units.
Here are the two guards who apply their trades today. It's El Gamel on the right. He has 12.5 points, averages 12.5 points per game. He had 16 points in the loss to Spain. That is no easy task to score double digits against a talented Spanish lineup. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Granada. Welcome to the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2014. A very warm welcome if you're just joining us. And as has become the custom at this tournament, some lucky youngster presents the ball to today's official, and he'll make his way off to the sideline. Certainly a memorable day. A wave to the camera. It's a really nice touch to see the youngsters get involved.
Well, the kids are having a great time. We see so many young fans in the stands around the gym, and people are not a real
Well, they've been very warm hosts to all of us. Very friendly on the streets and welcoming. There's Coach Autumn Abu Elkem, coach of the Egyptian side. Here's a look at the Brazilian team. They'll be in white. There's Coach Ruben Magnano. Coach Magnano led his native country, Argentina, to a silver in the FIBA Americas tournament back in 2011. He's also led Argentina to Olympic gold in Athens 2004. So what an experienced coach he is. Just passing on some words of wisdom to Alassane Varejão.
Well, he's got a veteran team. He's got a lot of players with experience, successful experience. So it's a team that we've seen them win close games, come back and perform well in the clutch. I'm sure they're going to promise to go far in this tournament.
The Brazilians have won close games. They won their opening game against France 65-63. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Granada. The ball's up in the air. We're underway. It is game day 6 in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Final day in group phase action. This is action from Group A. It is Brazil in the white uniforms and Egypt in the red. Varejão with a show and go and a finger roll for 2.
Brazil attacks inside right off the bat. Nene passes it up to the high post. Varejão didn't settle for anything.
See if Ibrahim El Gamel can get himself going early.
He's got a tough character guarding. He's got Alex Garcia that's going to be sticking right.
Al-Badar makes the pass to El Gamel, and he'll get around the screen. Ibrahim picked and popped. Ibrahim with a tough shot off the mark. Good defense by the Brazilians. Hortas picks up the ball in the open court, pushes down the floor. Garcia to Varejão in the high post. Varejão knocks down the jump shot from the free throw line.
I like what we've seen from Varejão here. He's obviously defended very well, but also showed us some outside.
Badar kicks to Ibrahim, got away with a travel. Now he's going to try and back down Hortas. Another touch. That's a good look from the Egyptian. Ibrahim just couldn't get it down. Marquinhos to the basket. We get our first foul of the afternoon on a strong drive by Marcus Marquinhos Vieira.
Presents a problem for Varejão, I think.
You like Marquinhos' game, John?
Yeah, I like him. I like his size, especially in the three. I saw him take advantage of posting up inside against the smaller players in the Spanish team. Then we saw him yesterday going deep. 5 3-pointers.
He did. He had 21 points. Converted 5 3-pointers. Played 2 years in the NBA with the Hornets and the Grizzlies, but other than that has played domestically in the Brazilian league. Here's Badar. This is the screen of Hytham Kamal. Ibrahim. Drive to the basket. The ball knocked out of bounds by Marquinhos.
He hasn't been exposed. Guarding smaller players, but he's done a good job keeping the guys in front of him. Wingspan, hands on a lot of balls. Test shot.
Badar now with the mismatch against Verjao. Picks his dribble up. As Kamal's running, didn't get it off in time. The Italian referee says no, it's a 24-second shot clock violation. So stingy defense by the Brazilians.
Brazilians are switching those pick and rolls. Verjao has no problem staying with the exterior player, and then we see Huertas picks up the high post player.
Brazil with an early 6-0 lead. Huertas playing hide and seek behind the pick of Anderson Verjao. Feeds the post, and this foul will go against Hytham Kamal. Now, we've mentioned before in some of our broadcasts that this is a Brazil team that are on the road to redemption, if you like. They were poor in the FIBA Americas Championships last summer. They were 0-4 at that tournament. 6 players from this team were on that side. This is a Brazil team that are played with some focus. They've had I'd say a positive tournament, as you see it too, by Garcia, who played very well so far in the group phase.
Yeah, they played well, especially in clutch moments down the stretch. I think it was very important that they won that first game, and that really got them off to a good start. Brazil's always had a talented squad. Never missed talent. Talent is one thing they always have. This year it looks though playing very well.
Garcia going to try and tack on his and one, and he gets it. Brazil, positive start. They lead 9-0. Over 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Gamal. Marquinhos does a nice job keeping them out of the lane. Terrific defense by Marquinhos. Garcia, pocket pass to Nene. It's Mustafa El Makawi with the foul, who introduces himself to Nene Hilario. Makawi's got to know a lot of guys in this tournament.
Yeah, this would be a nice matchup. He's been playing physical. He likes to be around the basket, and he's tough inside. He's got a good partner to go against today. Nene
shows a nice touch, and so Brazil 10 points on the board. And it was with the squad in 2010, the World Cup in Turkey, when Brazil finished in 9th position. There's pressure up the floor by the Brazilians. El Sabah in the game for Egypt. Look how he gets it across half-court line to beat the 8-second count. El Gamal loses Garcia. That's a nice move, John. Just left the shot short.
Finally got a clean look. He created that.
Speaking of going at the basket, Garcia lays it up and in.
Straight line drive to the basket by Garcia. A little up fake, went straight to the basket.
Easy 2 for Alex Garcia. He has 5 points to lead the Brazilian scorers. And Makawi knocks down a 3. Well, he was shooting 3s in the pregame shoot-around, John, and Yusuf Shusha was telling, hey, go down in the post, and Makawi said, trust me, I can knock some of these down, and there he goes.
He proved it right there.
Oh, look going pass from Nene to Anderson Verjao, and he makes it look easy.
It was easy because Egypt's in a zone right now. Verjao was at the top of the key. Nobody was with him there. As soon as he cut to the basket, interior player from Egypt.
Gamal kicks to Kamal. There's a touch foul by Anderson Verjao. does exactly what you've told us about, John. As soon as you put your hands on an offensive player, you open yourself to a foul call by the referee.
That's almost an automatic call, Liam, especially here. Slide your feet.
Elgamel rises from the elbow and knocks down a jump shot.
Effectively use that high post screen. It's one of the rare open looks he's had tonight.
Benajau in the high post to Nene in the low post, kicks out to Garcia. John, just a textbook way to attack the zone.
Yes, they got the ball inside. Just quickly swung it to the opposite side. Garcia's there on the wing, wide open.
Look at Mal. Wisely keeps his dribble alive, somehow finds space to the basket. He was hoping that Kamal would duck in, but he didn't. Turnover. Brazil come the other way. Hortas. The two. First basket from Marcelino Hortas. Shusha. Shake and shimmy his way past Marquinhos. Marquinhos is able to keep Shusha in front of him. Elgamel picked up by Nene sportingly. There's the craftiness of Elgamel. He's always looking for, he's almost like, John, he's almost like an American football running back, just looking for a seam.
Yeah, you saw him split the defenders. You saw a little bit of daylight. Tripped up. Second team foul.
We're precisely at the midway mark of this first quarter. 3 games to come for you from Group A. This is the group of death. This is also the historical group, John. I'm going to give you a little history quiz later on. Get that to look forward to. Shusha with the shot. Draws the front of the rim. Anderson Benajau runs it down. Benajau showing some guard skills in the open court. Marcelino Hortas supposed to trigger with a 3. And right now, John, it's just very comfortable for the Brazilians.
That's a great description. It's very comfortable. They're out on the floor. They're taking their time moving the ball. Scoring against 3 points. That's the 6 minutes.
El Sabah's runner off the mark. Nene with the rebound. He'll hand it to Hortas. Benajau wants it. There's the trailer. Nene. Oh, Evans!
One of them is left to finish that play.
Well, Nene puts an exclamation point on our first break. It's Brazil 25, Egypt 5 in Group A. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2014. That's how comfortable it is, John. Brazil have not missed a shot from inside the arc. In fact, they've only missed 1 shot from the floor, a 3-point attempt.
I think they might have gotten the offensive rebound on that missed shot. They have 1 offensive rebound so far. So complete domination we've seen so far by this Brazilian team.
So if you're Coach Magnano, John, your team has qualified for the next round. You're in 2nd position. What are you looking to do here with your side?
You know, you have to play all out because in a couple of days you're going to face an elimination game. They'll be in Barcelona. They don't know. We're going to use this as a practice session, so to speak. Try to find some chemistry. You want to give your guys confidence going into the most important games coming up.
As a player, did you like these games?
Yes and no. One thing you have to do is you have to stay focused, you have to stay concentrated, which is not always easy.
Shusha slices to the basket, did everything right, just couldn't finish. Hortas with a fake, count it! Marcelino Hortas with the bucket.
Nice play by Huertas. We see him, he runs the floor so well. He's got his head up, he's got great court vision. We see several fakes passes.
Nice sleight of hand by Hortas. Lays it up and in. Marcelino Hortas, John, we saw him in post-game interview. He's ever so eloquent, speaks English fluently, spent some time in Texas. I'm sure he speaks Spanish. He plays his basketball for Barcelona. Of course, speaks his native Portuguese. An impressive young man, Marcelino Huertas.
He speaks Italian and Spanish. Well, those other languages, English, Portuguese. He's an intelligent guy, and he's also on the court. He's got a great feel for the game. Always liked him.
Here's El Gendi for Egypt. Sabah reverses the ball to Haitham Kamal, and he strokes a good-looking three.
That's a nice shot right there. He adds that to his arsenal. You know, he's got a lot to offer. We've seen him also playing inside.
Marquinhos down the lane, left-handed finish.
Right now, the Egyptian team has got to step up and protect that basket. We're seeing too many drives and easy looks right at him.
Coach Mignano staying with his starting five, who played 7 minutes, hasn't gone to the bench yet. Michel steps out hard in the screen. El Sabah guarded closely by Huertas. And Makawi's shot, no good. Kamal with the rebound. Little bounce pass to El Sabah. His baby jump shot won't drop. Brazil break the other way. Huertas to Nene. Nene powers it up to the rim, just wouldn't fall for him.
Again, other than the three-point shots that we've seen, all the other shots have really been in the paint. Only got 18 points in the paint.
And a shot up and good. Thiago Splitter will come in to replace Nene, and Raul Neto comes in to replace Marcelino Huertas. Neto, John, this is great experience for him. Getting some basketball at this level, the young point guard for Brazil.
Love basketball in Spain.
Mustafa El Makawi kicks out to Kamal, shot, back rim, Huertas. I beg your pardon, it's Marquinhos with the long outlet to Garcia. He pulls the trigger on a three. Splitter. His jump hook short. Look at the effort by Anderson Benerzao.
Benerzao all over the court. He goes one speed and it's a full blast.
Rafael Hetzheimer reports to the scorer's table. He's going to go in for Benerzao. There's Mustafa El Makawi, the Egyptian. And Leandrinho Barbosa is going to come in for Brazil as well. Replace Alex Garcia. Benerzao with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Drafted in 2004 in the second round by the Magic. We'll see how good a teammate he is here, John. If he makes this free throw, he comes out.
Great teammate.
Ah, there it is. Benerzao proves my partner prophetic. Checks out. Hetzheimer comes in for Brazil. El Gamal back in for the Egyptians. It's a good matchup. El Gamal against Neto. That's a good move by El Gamal. I thought he deserved a trip to the line.
Yes, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for a shot, but how about that straightaway bank? I know that's right.
You know, he's nowhere near as quick as Neto, but he's, as you say, just unbalances his defender with a little move and then finds space.
Very deceptive.
Splitter's reverse layup up and good. It's a characteristic move by Thiago Splitter. Mustafa El Makawi for three. Falls softly off the rim. Nice touch. Just wouldn't drop for him. Neto. Extra pass to Marquinhos in the corner. In and out. Now the game's got good pace, good rhythm. Just a minute to play here in the first quarter. El Gendi in transition. That won't drop. Brazil come back the other way. Almost like fast break drills in practice, John.
Yeah, they're getting up and down the court. Both teams are looking around.
Marquinhos is shot in and out. He's missed his last two opportunities. With 30 seconds to go, the Egyptians come back the other way. Sharif Kanadi in for Egypt. Pass intended for El Makawi, broken up by Hetzheimer. Here's Neto to the basket. He'll lay it up and in. Good end-to-end stuff by both teams.
37 first quarter points by Brazil.
Gonna come out, keeps his dribble alive. No easy task when you're guarded by Neto. Long three by El Gendi, no good. And Makawi, did he get it off? The referee says no, it's academic. The shot is off the mark. So at the end of your first quarter of play here on game day 6 in Group A, Brazil with a commanding lead against Egypt. There's your score, 37-10. John, yeah, my partner's just pointing at the graphic in front of us. Brazil shooting 92% from inside the arc. That is en fuego. Do I say muy en fuego?
Fuego. Also 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Brazil is sharp.
They're pressing their advantage on the backboard. They're plus 10 of the Brazilians. Let's put the shoe on the other foot now, John. If you're Egypt, how do you go about your business today against a much more powerful opponent?
Well, again, I think what they have to do is they have to somehow plug up the middle. It's just too open. Back in the zone if they have to. Get more players to rotate off the ball. Just put some bodies in the middle of the paint. Make it a little bit more difficult to get to the basket. Right now, Brazil is having their way getting to the basket repeatedly.
Yeah, 11 for 12 from inside the arc. We'll see if Coach Abu El Kahera takes John Rogers' advice and throws a zone at the Egyptians, put some bodies in the paint. The Egyptians just have to keep plugging away. They're here by nature of the fact that they were silver medal winners in Afro-Basket, the African Championships last summer in the Ivory Coast in 2013. You should say the Egyptians are playing without arguably their best player, an awesome Morai, who injured himself earlier and just wasn't able to get fit in time for the tournament. So Egypt come out, they'll have possession to start the second quarter. It's Sharif Kanadi, Haitham Kamal, Rami Ibrahim Al Gamal, and Abu El Ainain. It's a turnover to the Egyptians, and Neto shows he's got some explosiveness.
Yeah, we see a little athleticism from Neto. Quick hands on one side. Sky in to get the rim with 2 hands to finish.
Gamal trying to find space. Moves it on 1 to Ibrahim. Kamal goes at Splitter, steps back. Look for help. Good hustle by Gennady. Just couldn't keep it alive. That's Wael Badar. You saw the captain of Egypt. I never understand these substitutions, John. So Kamal starts and he's played 32 seconds and he finds himself back on the bench. Maybe.
Well, I don't know if he didn't follow instructions. He just came out of a timeout, so possibly disciplinary reason.
Ibrahim steps into a 3, and that's nice and smooth by Rami Ibrahim.
He's got that as a repertoire. Getting the 3-pointer, he's done it consistently throughout his career.
Is that an easy shot for a shooter, John? Just facing the basket, stepping right in.
Exactly, keeps the transition, stepped into it, and he had space and time to get a good clean look.
There's Splitter in the low post. Left-handed hook, drops for Thiago Splitter. El Gamel, the reverse layup. Off the mark. Machado had it momentarily. Lost it. John, Splitter was Brazil's leading scorer in the World Cup in 2006. He averaged 16 points per game. Coming into today, he averages less than 7. Does he have more to give this team offensively?
Yes, definitely does. And he will, I think, as time goes on. He's been effective. Defensive will collapse on him. Very good passer. We've seen him get the ball close and beat his teammates.
He got a lot of touches against the bigs for Spain. Technical foul, I think, is against Abu El Ainain. No, it's, I beg your pardon, it's on Rami Ibrahim for flopping, I presume, John?
For flopping. Wanted to show the ref that Thiago Splitter used his hands to free himself.
This is Marcelo Machado at the line for Brazil. 39-year-old who's come out of retirement, international retirement, still plays his club basketball in Flamengo in the Brazilian League. Rejoins the national team on duty this summer.
Retired twice, and he just said it's just too hard to say no. So he's come back, and we've seen him. It's worked well for a 39-year-old.
Machado to Neto. Neto rides the screen for Splitter. Just a mismatch. Splitter inside, draws a crowd. Spreads it out to Barbosa, and there you go, John. Just what you said, Splitter, a good passer of the basketball.
Splitter has great vision, unselfish player. Help in the corner. Don't want to leave Barbosa
alone. The hustle by Sharif Ghanady keeps it alive. Splitter picks it up. And Barbosa, so athletic, just glides to the basket.
He only needed one dribble, got that ball just exactly like you said, glides to the basket, so smooth.
Looked a bit like Clyde Drexler. Splitter with the easy flush.
Doesn't have the height, but he's got a lot of characteristics you saw in Clyde Drexler.
We're dating ourselves, John. El Gamal makes the entry pass to Ibrahim. To Rova on the baseline. Ganady's buried in the corner. And it's one-way traffic, unfortunately, for the Egyptians. Machado steps into a 3, just falls softly off.
Rare miss. Very accurate shooter from deep.
El Gamal tries his hand at a 3. Ghanady, Johnny on the spot. Just couldn't put enough English on it to get it up over the rim. Oh, Neto inside-out dribble to go by Ibrahim. A good hustle by Sharif Ghanady. Machado, John, was the first Brazilian on the floor. He came out, was working on his form shooting before anybody else. Abu El Ainain shot in and out. Rami Ibrahim steps into a 3 and knocks it down.
Ibrahim over another time. Get that open look. He has time. He's effective.
Splitter, another touch in the low post. Moves it on to Barbosa. And he draws the foul on Ibrahim El Gamel.
El Gamel knew he wanted to go. Just couldn't get over there in time. Really shaded him to his left.
There's that drive by Barbosa. Machado feathers it past to Headsheimer. Brazilians really spacing out the Egyptians. Barbosa knocks down a 3.
Got the ball near his feet, but it didn't matter. He just collected it, put it up.
Trying to find find an avenue to the basket. Draws the double team, moves it on. Another shot over Splitter, no good. And John, no offensive rebounds for the Egyptians. It's one and done for them. Hetzheimer, that's a nice release. He just capped it high and let it go. Just bent the knees a little bit. Good demonstration of how to catch and shoot. Horn set from the Egyptians. El-Gamal is frustrated.
Sure it is. After any daylight. So after that first game, they showed us teams are really keen on it. They realize how good this player is.
Saw the head coach of the Egyptians on him, Abu El-Kaher. Here's El-Gamal. Over Neto, no good. Defense by El-Ain as he stops the ball and then picks Neto's pocket from behind. Ibrahim with another three, top of the key, and it's nothing but net.
Nothing but net. The last shots he's found in his stroke. Brazil's gonna have to get out on him. That's 3 already for him.
Rami Ibrahim with 9 points leads the Egyptians. Shot, oh, there's a nice shot. Got his feet set, faced the basket, knocked down the jumper.
He moves very well without the ball. We saw him coming from the wing side, ran through those stagger screens.
Just 4 white jerseys claiming the ball, and still Barbosa is able to bleed down the floor. Splitter to Machado. Machado somehow moves it on to Hetzheimer. Great pass by Machado.
Great look. Hetzheimer again shows that he's got range from 3-point distance.
Well, the Brazilians really in terrific form. A 40-point margin. Still 3 to play before halftime. El-Gamal bisects Splitter and Neto. Shot is short. Foul here at the top of the key against Egypt. The Splitter shows he can put it on the floor.
Sure can. He's got good offensive skills. We've seen him passing, finishing with either hand near the basket.
Taking a break in the action here from Grenada. Brazil with a commanding lead against Egypt. Brazil 59, Egypt 19. John, still just that one miss inside for Brazil.
94%. 2-point range. I don't know if I've ever seen that. We're in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's, what would be a good percentage, John, for somebody shooting inside the arc, a team percentage?
Anything near 50 is outstanding. One of these, maybe around 50% inside the arc. You see Brazil, 94%. Again, so many shots are inside.
There's a shining light for the Egyptians, the contribution of Rami Ibrahim. Just 9 points. He's knocked down 3 threes. He likes that shot from the top of the key.
Yeah, when he has a chance to step in. Get the space.
Ran into Rami Ibrahim on the off day in town. Said, what do you think of the competition? He says, oh, the competition's unbelievable. So do you enjoy your experience? He says, oh, very much so. It's great that they're keeping a positive frame of mind, the Egyptians. The top table of national basketball. Taylor, no other option, so he shoots it. Well, it's one of those days, John.
There you go. Even on that 2-point percentage of the mark, too. Defended well there.
Ibrahim runs into trouble, somehow gets it to Abu El-Ain. This pass out of the hands of Ibrahim. Machado comes up with it. And Giovanoni shovels it past to Barbosa, can't convert. Foul's on the floor. Foul's going to be on Saif Samir. Two shots to come as Egypt are in the team fouls.
You know, we're watching this Brazil team dominate. Missing the layup, but look how quick he was to get back in. Recover.
He's an Egyptian fan who's, I can only imagine she's an Egyptian fan with the red she's wearing, Egypt's colors, and her reaction suggests that she's not enjoying her afternoon. Barbosa's first shot up and good.
You know, we're watching Brazil just dominate Egypt, and I can't help but think of, you know, how good is Spain. We saw Spain and Brazil.
In 2007, John, Barbosa was the NBA's 6th man of the year. He has a similar role on this team too, doesn't he? He's off the bench often.
Yeah, he's come off the bench and he's been instant offense. The production from the perimeter. He's also been instant basket. I like him on the defensive end also. I thought he was doing a good job
And
throughout.
Gendi to the post now. Newman and Saif Samir. Shot clock at 5. Taylor strips El Sabah. Play on to pass ahead to Barbosa, and he lays it up and in. So you heard the shot clock buzzer go off, but when the defensive team has possession, the referees allow play to develop. We haven't always seen that in this tournament, John.
We've seen quite a few times you stop the action.
Good referee there. There's a high arching mid-range jump shot by Samir as he gets it out over Nene. Draws iron.
How do you like Taylor? He showed us some good defense.
Yeah, Taylor was instrumental in the win against Serbia. Terrific defense against the Serbs. Foul on Saif Samir, his 2nd. And then he goes back to the line. Nene John having a good afternoon from the line. He's 5 for 6. Giovanoni bites his fingers. So for Coach Ruben Mignano, John, this is just a perfect evening for them. He's got everybody involved. Everybody gets minutes in the first half. The only guy who hasn't scored yet is Guilherme Giovanoni. Brazil's got 65 points at halftime. We're not even there yet. The pass, nice pass inside. Samir finishes it off, but what a terrific feed by Gendi.
Yeah, I like the body control of Samir on that play, but collect the ball and finish in
Machado lets fly. Back of the rim from Machado. Barbosa with some defense on the other end for Brazil. In the open court gives it to Taylor, and Rabi Ibrahim with the block. Great defensive stand by Ibrahim. There's Barbosa again, right in the right spot, right time. Barbosa with 13 points for Brazil. Ibrahim feeling it.
That was a difficult shot. He actually stepped back and tried to free himself.
Barbosa slightly embarrassed by that pass, which was far too short for Nene. Here's Barbosa Barbosa. There's the you can smile when you're up big. You'd be hustling back on defense if this game was close, though, that's for sure. Just turn it over, you get yourself back as quick as you can. Trust me, John, I've been there.
That's right.
Foul here on Giovanoni, number 12 for Brazil. Shusha trying to get open for Egypt. Shusha has not got himself going. Safe Samir's shot, no good. Mohamed El-Sabah with the rebound. Is it going to count? It is right at the end of the first half. Mohamed El-Sabah puts it up and says, Inshallah, and it's good. 67-23, Brazil really putting it to the Egyptians. There's a shot by Mohamed El-Sabah. And even the Brazilian fan in the crowd there gets their hands up. Good finish to the first half, and hopefully that'll send Egypt to the locker room with a smile on their face. There's your halftime score. Brazil 67, Egypt 23. Here are the halftime stats. The most impressive, that shooting from inside, John, it's dipped to a lowly 87%.
Well, they actually got the rebound on the misses, too.
Just 3 misses for Brazil. Look at that. They've got a plus 15 on the boards and 15 assists as well. Surprised Egypt with the 10 turnovers. With respect, I thought it might be more than that. It's so good as the Brazilian defense, Ben. Ibrahim with 9 for the Egyptians. El Gamal has 4. Well, we'll take a break here from Grenada. It is Group A action in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Come back and join us in 10 minutes for continuing coverage of the 2014 Basketball World Cup. good afternoon and welcome back to Grenada. Welcome back to Group A action in the final day of the initial group phase in the 2014 Basketball World Cup. First of 3 games today here in Grenada. And it's halftime between Brazil and Egypt. Get a look at some of the points from Leonardo Barbosa, who has 13 to lead the Brazilians. All of the Brazilians have scored in the first half, bar Guilherme Giovanoni, the number 12. He may have been getting some ribbing in the halftime change room, John, from his teammates. It's been a real feel-good affair for the Brazilians so far.
Yeah, they've looked sharp. They've executed. You see them shooting with extraordinary shooting percentages.
87% from the floor inside the arc for the Brazilians. For long stretches of the game, it was above 90%. Such as their dominance. We're inside the huddle here of the Egyptian team. John, if you're Egypt, you're facing a 44-point deficit. How do you, as a coach, what kind of milestones do you set for your team? What positives do you try to, objectives do you give to your team?
Well, you have to give short-term objectives. Obviously, you want to forget about the score at halftime right now and just say, hey, look, 0-0, starting the third quarter. Let's go out and see if we can do something. And it's play some offense, get some good looks. But most importantly, let's see if we can get some stops on the game. Let's make things a little bit more easy.
That was Mohamed El Sabah, got the rebound and had the presence of mind to get it up and get it down. There it is. Got himself squared, doesn't he, John? He'd be happy with that release.
Yeah, he quickly squared his body. His lower body was reversed, so to speak. He's able to quickly square his upper body, his eye on the rim, and flying at him.
Mohamed El Sabah, the number 10 for Egypt, had 13 points in the loss to Iran. So Brazil first possession in the white uniforms, Egypt in the red. Brazil come out with Berajão, Nene, Portas, Larry Taylor, and Alex Garcia.
If this first play was any indication, we played 10 seconds, but you can see Egypt is playing a little bit more intense on defense. You notice they had some switches there, and you see much more ball pressure.
Egypt come out with El Sabah, Ibrahim, El Gamal, Shusha, Itham Kamal.
That was a better defensive possession for Egypt. They gave up a 3-pointer because it's helping their own collapsing in the zone. So it's not bad, even though, like I said, they gave up 3 points in that play.
Good overhead view there to see how the Egyptians collapse now. They're going to try to score on this end. Itham Kamal kicks to Ibrahim. Back into Kamal. Now he's got a size advantage over Hortus. Moves it on to El Gamal. El Gamal, let's fly. And good offense, good inside-out play by the Egyptians.
That's probably the best offensive possession. Move the ball around. They got El Gamal, the guy they want. Open look.
El Gamal now with 7. Nene. Jump hook won't drop. Berajão with the putback, that won't fall. Nene gets the rebound and bumps into El Gamal.
At least you had 3 Egyptian players in the paint. Kamal was there, ready to help Ibrahim.
It's a 3rd foul on Ibrahim El Gamal. Looks like Coach Abu Al Kaher is going to let him stay in. Garcia. Backdoor pass to Taylor, who just couldn't hang on to it.
I don't know what he said in the halftime locker room. You can see Egypt coming out, be a little bit more physical, definitely have some more intensity on the defensive end, alert, ready to rotate the 2 players.
As a reminder, Egypt have been eliminated from the next phase of the competition. They come into today's game with an 0-4 record. They're playing now for the sheer enjoyment and to get better. The pass ends up in the hands of Portas, who just lay it up and in. Now with the turnover for Egypt. Brazilians have secured 2nd position. We'll see France versus Iran next. It has huge implications on how this group will finally fall out. El Gamal, no good, gets his rebound and lays it up and in. Gamal with 9.
He's working on the low post front and
Portas behind the back to Verjao. His scoop shot falls.
so smooth. Huertas with a beautiful pass there.
El Sabah snaps it past to Yusuf Shusha.
I like that play. Nice play by El Sabah. Get in the deep paint. Shusha was there spotting from the corner.
Egyptians looking much more fluent on offense, and more determined on defense. It's been a better start to this second half for the Egyptians. Nene looking for the high-low. His pass into Verjao. This is the foul on Rami Ibrahim, and that's going to be his fourth.
Tough break. He's been defending well. We see him. On this play, we see him fronting the post, denying that ball inside.
Portas comes back to the ball, top of the key. We give it to Verjao. His pass intended for Nene, broken up by Kamal. Verjao didn't get it off. Referees say he didn't, so it's a 24-second shot clock violation.
You see Egypt is defending as a team now. You see rotations help. You see this play at the end.
You can tell. At first glance, I didn't think he had. So referees call it a shot clock violation. Good defense by Garcia. Just strong hands by Garcia. Shusha went up for what would have been his second block. Shusha just doesn't give up, John.
Credit Alex Garcia for forcing another turnover on this play. Stepped in bounds before he goes back.
Portas to Taylor. Taylor's pass broken up by Shusha, and the pass just too strong, too far ahead of Shusha. Would have been a short two, but Elgamal just put it ahead of him, John, rather than in his hands.
Yeah, we saw Shusha get out there on the break. Good defense again by the Egyptians in half court. We see them defend very well in half court. Once they're getting up and turnovers. Once they've had their defense set in the half court,
Shusha is replaced by Abu El-Ainain. Abu El-Ainain is guarding Verjao in the low post. Verjao keeps it alive, wouldn't drop. Abu El-Ainain pulls the trigger on a three, and it's good. El-Ainain does a nice job fronting Verjao on defense, and then steps into a three and knocks it down. Promising passage of play here from the Egyptians, John.
Yeah, they set the goal to say, hey, let's see if we can beat them in the third quarter. They've done that so far.
Taylor shot up and good.
Shot by Taylor makes it 11-11 for the third quarter.
Oposa gets behind his teammates. So all credit to the Egyptians to come out of the changing room with a renewed determination. Elgamel spots up in the corner. Mid-range jumper just wouldn't fall for him. He finds space well, John, doesn't he, Elgamel?
Yeah, he creates space, he creates his own look.
Verjao the trailer. He's fouled on his way to the basket. That is a freight train coming at you. Good demonstration of feeding the trailer on the break. You must have done tons of those fast break drills in your career.
Before, after, and during practice. Everybody likes to get out on the break.
Verjao knocks down both free throws. He has 11 today. Which is about double his average. I think everyone's going to be putting up good numbers for the Brazilians today. Be able to pad their individual stats at the end of this one. El Gamel finds space, strong hands, and finishes.
Yeah, he's got some strength there. He gets to the basket, he's able to absorb the contact.
He has 11. It's just a shade under his average. Average is 12.5.
Wow, running the post. Nothing easy. So takes it out of the basket.
Nene offers himself to Hortas. Garcia wheels, didn't get it. Taylor, his shot hits the rim, then high off the backboard. Hortas will slow it down here for Brazil. Hortas' pass ends up in the hands of Villarreal. Gendy comes up with it. It's a 4-on-2 for the Egyptians. Gendy. Exactly the way you drop 4-on-2 breaks, John.
It wasn't proper spacing.
Hortas' floater rolls around and in. This time Gendy wisely kicks it out to El Gamal.
Space to work with there. Not see any help from the Brazilians.
Gendy with the rebound and the finish. Hortas pass intended for Taylor, tipped out of bounds by an Egyptian hand. The Egyptians, John, are in a good quarter here.
You see their intensity. It's been raised. Especially on the defensive end, that seems always set the tempo. Their offense, defending well.
So Splitter comes in, Nene Villarreal comes out, Hortas comes out, Neto comes in, and Joe Benoni. Coach Magnano goes to his bench. Splitter in the low post. Pass to Joe Benoni, can he get himself on the scoreboard? Not yet. El Gamel in the open court. Drops a pass to Haitham Kamal, who lays it up and in.
Way to run the floor. He got a nice rebound, quick hands to jump in that rebound. Just ran right to the rim. Instead by his teammate.
Joe Benoni, the mismatch against El Gendy, kicks it out, then reposts, spins. That's a nice move by Guilherme Joe Benoni.
Rebound took his time. Nice footwork on the block.
Sharif Ghanady in for Egypt. El Gendy to the basket, is it going to count?
They're going to wave it off, but it's borderline.
Seen these given. Once the player is in the process of starting the act of shooting, referees usually awarded the basket. I'd like to see in a game like this, John, where it's not too close, the referees give the benefit to the Egyptians, but not to be. Coach Abu El Kaher. Shot clock at 7. Haitham Kamal's gonna have to make something happen now. Shot clock at 4. Left-handed jump hook off the window and good.
Hey, there's some skills for you by the big man. We see him hit some shots from the perimeter. And we see him go on the block. Left-handed jump hook.
Garcia spills it on the baseline. Turnover, so can the Egyptians capitalize? They lead this quarter 19-17. Pass, just a little too much traffic down the lane. Kamal.
Let's watch your execution on this out of bounds. Some good plays by the Egyptians. Foul on Garcia trying to get through the screen. The second team foul.
Gamel runs back to get it from Kamal. Gennadi's high arching shot, wouldn't drop. Splitter with the rebound, and now Brazil have got numbers. It's a 4-on-2, and that's how you finish a 4-on-2 break.
Yeah, we saw 3 Egyptians pressure Splitter after he got the rebound, and it was just too late for them to get back on defense.
El Gamal wide open, top of the key, counted! El Gamal tinkles and twines.
That was a nice shot off the dribble going to his left. You just saw he had enough time. He took his time. Got a great look.
He has 14 points thus far. Joe Benoni gets in the lane, draws the contact, and earns himself a trip to the line. Egypt lead this quarter 22-19. Joe Benoni played for the Brasilia club in the domestic league in Brazil last year. Also carries an Italian passport. A name like Joe Benoni, that's no surprise, is it? Gandhi lets fly with a 3, and that's nothing but nylon. Well, Egypt can really take some heart from this performance in this quarter. Going toe-to-toe with the Brazilians. Barbosa with the hesitation, his pass to Splitter, takes Splitter to the corner. Splitter trying to make something happen.
Again, we have Egypt turning the pressure up on defense. And all of a sudden, they've got more confidence on offense. They've already scored 25 points in this quarter.
40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Gandhi spins Barbosa. Loves that left hand, does Gandhi. El Gamal, what a nice crossover. Gets deep in the paint and kicks it out to Gennadi's shot, rims out.
That's a good look. Gennadi's been hitting from the perimeter. His past games tonight, he hasn't done so yet. Good look, though.
Neto wants to make sure that Brazil get the last shot. Barbosa lets fly from the corner, and that is smooth as you like. Just barely moved the net. So pure was the shot from Barbosa. But even given that 3, Egypt win the third quarter by the score of 25-24. Your score at the end of 3, Brazil 91, Egypt 48. Abu El-Kahena said to his team at halftime, he needs to record that speech and bring it out every once in a while.
Yeah, they showed us a totally different look. Again, their defense, I think that was the key. They're pressuring the ball a little bit more, rotating on defense, backed it in the paint. Tonight, passes inside, you saw the post defenders in front.
Really, really promising performance by the Egyptians. And is that the type of thing, John, that a coach will just take that quarter, take that bit of tape and show it to a team to build some confidence?
Yeah, they just proved to me that they're capable of doing that. So the next time, when they're not running the balls, when they're not rotating, when they're not getting the ball pressure, they say, hey, look, they're capable of doing it. We've seen it on tape. We've seen when you do it, it's successful. Can't accept anything less than that.
All credit to the Egyptians. Take some confidence in that performance. There's Anderson Baraya with his 11 points and 9 rebounds. This is action from Group A. Now 4 teams from this group will pack their bags and head to Madrid. They'll cross over with teams in Group B. At the end of today, the teams will know who they they play in their first knockout round. Once we get to the next phase, it's a one and done format. You win, you go on. You lose, you go home. Egypt with the first possession here. Gonna go on Thiago Splitter. Able to finish. Giovanoni in the open court to Neto. Machado. Nice basketball by the Brazilians.
There we go, Machado. His outside perimeter shooting ability.
El Gamal finds space. His shot blocked by Splitter. Good foul here by Abu El-Anain. Smart foul to stop the break.
Brazil definitely had numbers and advantage.
Oh, what a splendid pass by Machado. He picks out Neto, and Neto lays it up and in.
Veteran spotting. He saw El Gamal with the same turn. Completely to the ball. That's how that pass was able to pinpoint pass.
As a defender, man defender, you must always see the ball and you're guarding. Nice pass this time down the floor by El Gamal. So a pretty basketball by both teams.
Turned the tables on the Brazilian squad. We saw the Barbosa.
Neto to Splitter, couldn't hang on to it. Now the Egyptians have a 3-on-2. El Gamal kicks to Gendy. El Gendy strong to the basket, count it. Determined drive by El Gendy.
Crafty enough, in space, strong.
Nice job just protecting the ball, leaning in.
It's another guy. For some reason.
Can't add the and one. Terrific performance in the opening loss to Serbia. Had 11 points for El Gendy. The Egyptians. Splitter showing some mobility. Quickness by Thiago Splitter. Short. Played a long time in Spain for the Basketball Victoria Club. Born on New Year's Day. He arrived to his family on New Year's Day. Kamal tries to throw a pass inside to Kamal, just off the mark. John, Brazil very well may be the first team in the group to get to the ton. Yeah, that's all credit to the competitive spirit of the Egyptians. Gennadi's pass to El Gendy. El Gendy catches and shoots. Splitter skies for the rebound, couldn't get it.
Awesome, hustling the second round.
Sharif Gennady comes off a baseline screen. El-Anain shoots it up with Giovanoni all over him. Good closeout by Guilherme Giovanoni. contested shot. See Marquinhos yet in the second half. Machado's pass intended for Splinter. El Gamal rose to knock it out of bounds. Good defense by Ibrahim El Gamal.
Improve Egyptian's team defense, helping each other. From the inside gets his left. Want that pass.
Machado, let's fly. It's good. Marcelino Machado with a 3. He has 8 points this evening. Just lost the handle. And John, Gennady get Barbosa up on his feet, and oftentimes you get somebody up on the feet, you get to lean in and get that contact, get yourself a trip to the line.
Exactly right. That's like one of
Barbosa, a little pocket pass to Splinter. He steps through and lays it up and in. Textbook screening role by the Brazilians. Gennady with that awkward release. It's no good. Splinter long pass to Barbosa. Barbosa goes 1-on-4. Just couldn't convert. Acknowledges the pass. It's always a sign of a good teammate, John. Somebody who, these little things are important, aren't they? Especially when you're away for weeks with your team, living in hotels. Those little team things, I think. I defer to you on this, though. Maybe keep the group nice and tight.
Basketball's easy playing together. It's not a sport one against 5. There's 5 guys on the floor. He has to work together.
Barbosa, chance to put up 18. Has scored 16, which was his previous highest against the Serbians. Hedsheimer comes in for Splinter. Gamal uses the screen of Makawi. Mid-range jump shot just rolled out. Soft touch. Barbosa. Push pass to Neto, lays it up and in.
Neto just flying down the wing. We saw him outrunning the defense, got behind them. That's nice execution. That's a great transition play.
El Gamal kicks to El Gendi. El Gendi lets go with a 3. That's off the mark. Rami Ibrahim back in the game with his 4 fouls. The offensive rebound couldn't convert. Rami Ibrahim. Gendi on his left hand again. He always manages to get to the basket.
And he draws the contact with the strength. Absorb the foul by Hedsheimer.
Well, John, I said to you earlier, this is an historic Group A that we're in. What was your best subject in school? I figured you would. You know, you're so good with the stats. I figured you'd be a math guy. So here's some history. So the original 10 teams that appeared as El Gamal lets fly with a 3, won't fall. Makawi with the putback. Again, El Makawi, another rebound. Great fight by the Egyptians. Pass ahead to Barbosa, lays it up and gets the roll. First World Cup in Argentina, 1950, 10 teams were there. including Argentina, the US, Ecuador, Chile, and Peru. 5. Shot no good by El Gamal. Wants a call, doesn't get it. And we've got an injury here to Neto. So 5 other teams rounded out to 10. John, who were those 5 teams? Any idea?
You didn't mention anybody. Europe.
Okay, very good.
So it's got to be, you would think Russia would be there.
That's a good guess. They weren't there, surprisingly. I'm gonna help you out. It's a tough question, and you know all these teams. You've seen all these teams.
Well, Serbia had Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia, you got it exactly right.
Spain.
Yes.
1.
You got 2 of them. You're doing well. The other teams are in this group. Group A is a historic group. Spain, France, Serbia, Yugoslavia, Brazil, and Egypt. Imagine that. So 5 of the 6 teams in this group were represented. Machado shot at the mark at the original World Cup in 1950. El Gendi all by himself says, thank you very much, I'll shoot that. Knocks down to 3.
Gendi gets a double figure. That's 12 points in the game for him.
Brazil have achieved the ton. They got 106. Touch pass into Berajão, and it's some heady play by Barbosa. Barbosa took his man on the perimeter to isolate Berajão in the low post. Perfect pass, which leads Berajão to the basket for 2. Having lost the first quarter, the Brazilians up big in this one, 17-9. This could be 18 if Berajão converts off the mark. Shusha back in for Egypt. El Sabah lost the handle. Machado to Neto. Neto, a little dipsy-do to finish off the break. John, how will Neto cope in the Spanish League in the ACB? Shusha with an easy drive to the basket.
He's already played a few years, and you can see he's gained some strength, stronger. He's got good speed. He's a good passer, really good defender.
Machado really stroking it. He has 11.
Neto is a 22-year-old. Utah Jazz both his rights, draft rights.
Gonna lay up another basket. Neto, that'll give him a dozen. After a spirited performance in the third quarter, the Egyptians struggling again here in the fourth. How important is this to their development, John?
Oh, they've got to take the experiences they've got here from this tournament, build on it. Like I said earlier, a lot of young players on this team. 4 players.
Machado, another 3. He has 14 points, does Marcelino Machado. Knocked down 3 3-pointers. Gendi again on the left hand.
Go left.
He did again, imagine that.
He's doesn't matter, the defenders know he's going left. He can still get there. He's got long strides as he's dribbling. Gets that contact, gets the defenders on his side. Let's see the That's Berajão on his side. Create the space. Contact.
Armel Gendi, 23-year-old. The Al Jazeera club in Egypt. Egyptians, John, will go back to their club teams, and they'll be in fine fitness, ready to start their preseason. Terrific bounce pass by Berajão to Barbosa.
Good execution, backdoor play. Perfectly read by Berajão.
When you came off national team duty, John, were you looking to get right back to your club? You were in good form, or did you want a break?
No, I was looking to get back to the club team. Back then I was playing with Panathinaikos. And I think Obradovic forced us to take 3 or 4 days off. I didn't really want to take any days off. I felt like I was ready to play. And so mentally, you need that time off just to take a couple days break.
Neto off the screen, and the reverse layup up and good. Raul Neto, a little English to get it to drop.
And we show his strength. Display some strength on this play, hanging in the air, taking the contact. He's added some style points these last couple of baskets, hasn't he?
He has. That was blind. Didn't quite see the finish. Used the sonar to get it in.
Some players just have an instinct. They know where that basket is. They don't have to look at it. They know where it is. Gets the ball off the glass.
So violation is it was Neto who stepped on the line. Shooter on the free throw. Mohamed El Sabah goes by Taylor. El Sabah in the corner, let's go. No good. Taylor touch pass to Neto, another touch pass to Benajao, and John, the release by Benajao. There's a break where the basketball never touched the floor.
That's a good call. No dribbles at all. The fastest way to move the ball on the floor is with passing. But it helps if you got a big guy like Benajao to run the floor.
Neto trying to get El Gendi onto his right hand, but somehow he manages to get to the basket left-handed again.
Saw him stutter step, go back when they cut him off, but he can still get going. He's got that quick first step. And after that, he just coasts to the basket.
He has 14 points for the Egyptians. El Gamal is 16. Benajao in the low block. To Machado, stop, pop, velvet.
Good execution. Again, Benajao with a nice pass and screen on that play.
El Gamal trying to add to his individual total, rims out. Machado to Hetzheimer, to Machado to Hetzheimer for the flush.
There you go.
All kinds of smiles on the Brazilian bench as they rise to their feet here to our left to commend their teammates. El Gamal shares a smile with Raul Neto. El Sabah with the shot is a 2, says the referee, foot in the line. And the coaches will meet at midcourt to commend each other on a well-played game. So Brazil will win easily as Hetzheimer puts the sprinkles on the Sunday to finish this game. Brazil beat Egypt by the score of 128-66. A professional and clinical performance by the Brazilians today as they put Egypt to the sword.
Yes, we saw a very strong Brazilian team throughout this first phase. Would not be surprised at all if we see them go all the way to the medal rounds.
Here's a look at your final statistics. So 85% from inside the arc for the game. There won't be many Brazilian players who will have that experience in their life again. It's the battle of the boards, 45-25. Look at Brazil, 35 assists.
That's incredible.
Well, what's a high total, John? I think you said 20 is a 22 is a high total in the game.
20, anywhere around 20 is great. It's a great team total for assists. Remember, we're talking about a 40-minute game. So, we could have almost got an assist per minute in this game.
You were good at math in school. Good point. Here's your game leaders in the respective categories. El Gamal got his points for Egypt. Let's commend him on what has been a bright tournament for him. John, he'll get 16 against tough opposition in the Brazilians.
Yeah, it was fun watching El Gamal.
Joe Kennedy with his 14 points. The only 2 scores in double digits.
I think we'll see Egypt again in the future. They've got a young squad. They can draw from the experience they learned here. They went against definitely some of the toughest opponents you're going to find anywhere.
They'll take this experience back to the FIBA Afro Basket Championships in Tunisia next year. Bedrejao with a double-double, 10 rebounds and 15 points for him. Splitter, 9 rebounds, 8 points. Well, we'll say goodbye to the Egyptians. They will make their way back home, having been eliminated. Here's the standings in Group A at the moment. Brazil, top of the table, 4-1. Egypt at the foot of the table, 0-5. It is France versus Iran to come. Join us later on today for continuing coverage in Group A of the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
you keep your possessions with you at all times. Personal belongings should not be left unattended. Please pay attention to this emergency announcement.
El Palacio Municipal de Deportes de Granada es una instalación libre de humos, por lo que rogamos que fumen en la zona habilitada, en la puerta número 12. Estará disponible durante el partido, no en los descansos. También les pedimos que mantengan controlados sus objetos personales en todo momento. Por su seguridad, estén atentos al vídeo que se muestra en pantalla.
Evacuation test. When the evacuation alarm sounds, leave the place and follow instructions. Please cooperate with the emergency team. Act quickly and remain calm. In the event of a smoke, follow the law. Help people who cannot evacuate on their own. Follow the signs and walk to your meeting point.
Recomendaciones en caso de evacuación. Cuando escuche la señal de evacuación, abandone el lugar y siga las instrucciones. Atienda las indicaciones del equipo de emergencia. Actúe con usted y suspender la alarma. En caso de humo, desplázese atrás del suelo. Ayude a las personas con dificultades. Siga las señales indicadoras y dirígese a su punto de reunión.
On the screen, the standings is Dubai. First game this afternoon. Remind you, the score is Brazil 128, Egypt 65. start Croatia, Puerto Rico, and then Argentina, Greece. Standings of this group is Sevilla, Greece with 8 points, followed by Argentina with 7, and also Senegal with 7 points. On position for Croatia, 6 points, 5th for Philippines, 6 points, and 6th position for Puerto Rico, 5 points.
En pantalla el grupo C, resultado del primer partido de esta jornada: Finlandia 65, Nueva Zelanda 67. Clasificación de este grupo C: Bilbao encabeza con 8 puntos Estados Unidos, con 7 Nueva Zelanda, 6 Ucrania, Turquía, República Dominicana y Finlandia. Resultado del primer partido de esta última jornada del grupo de Gran Canaria: Australia 83, Angola 91. Clasificación del grupo de Gran Canaria: cabeza de Eslovenia con 8 puntos, empatados a 8 Australia, siguen con 7 Lituania y Angola, México en 5 y cierra el grupo con 4 puntos Corea.
All the music we are listening to today is from 40 principales oficial radio fórmula of the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
La música de hoy la tenemos tiene también 40 principales, la radio fórmula oficial de la Copa del Mundo de Baloncesto España 2014.
Official FIBA Basketball World Cup merchandise can be purchased from any of the concession stands on the main concourse.
Pueden adquirir las prendas de ropa y complementos oficiales de la Copa del Mundo de Baloncesto FIBA en las tiendas que encontrarán en esta instalación.
Tickets for games can be purchased from a ticket box office located in the commercial area on entradas.com and FIBA.com.
Las entradas para el resto de partidos de esta serie las podrán comprar en la taquilla de este pabellón, situada en la área comercial, y en las páginas web entradas.com
And don't forget the FIBA World Championship for women will be taking place in Turkey from 27 September to 5 October. Here's a review of what we can expect to see.
اوكي. إذا ينضم إلينا بعد نهاية هذه المباراة الكابتن عمرو الجندي لاعب المنتخب المصري. اوكي. إذا ينضم إلينا بعد نهاية هذه المباراة الكابتن عمرو الجندي لاعب المنتخب المصري. كابتن عمرو، كانت مباراة صعبة بالتأكيد، ولكن ماذا حدث؟ يبدو أن البرازيل يعني لعبت بجدية كبيرة عكس ما كان متوقعا، قد حسموا التأهل.
طبعا لعبوا هم تاني مجموعة بعد اسبانيا، ما خسروش غير ماتش اسبانيا بس. هم فرقة قوية ولعبوا لاخر ثانية، طف في الديفنس وكل حاجة، وكان ماتش صعب علينا. في فرق طبعا، حاولنا نعمل اللي نقدر عليه، بس يعني السكور طلع كبير شوية، بس الحمد لله.
عمرو، في نهاية هذه المشاركة المونديالية لمصر التي طال انتظارها كثيرا، ونحن طبعا نقدر أنكم وصلتم إلى هذه البطولة بعد غياب طويل، ما هي الدروس المستفادة لكم كلاعبي المنتخب المصري أن تلعبوا مع مستويات بحجم إسبانيا وفرنسا؟
طبعا احنا حاولنا على قد ما نقدر نتعلم من الفرق اللي احنا بنلعبها. احنا أول مرة نوصل لكأس عالم بعد 20 سنة، في مننا ناس كتير عمرها صغير ولعبت كأس عالم ناشئين وشباب. لسه قدامنا طريق طويل ان شاء الله، وهنحاول الكلام ده، الحاجات اللي اتعلمناها نحاول نطبقها في عندنا تصفيات افريقيا المرحله الجايه، عشان ان شاء الله نقدر في افريقيا الجايه نوصل ريو ان شاء الله 2016.
عمرو، شكرا لك وحظ سعيد ان شاء الله.
ربنا يخليك، شكرا.
إذا كان هذا نجم المنتخب المصري عمرو الجندي، لعب مباراة جيدة نوعا ما، خصوصا حينما نزل في الربع الأخير، ويبدو أنه راض بشكل مجمل عن الخبرة التي اكتسبها من هذه المشاركة المونديالية. نعود إليكم. بيرفكتو. اوكي. إذا ينضم إلينا بعد نهاية هذه المباراة الكابتن عمرو الجندي لاعب المنتخب المصري. كابتن عمرو، كانت مباراة صعبة بالتأكيد، ولكن ماذا حدث؟ يبدو أن البرازيل يعني لعبت بجدية كبيرة عكس ما كان متوقعا، قد حسموا التأهل.
طبعا لعبوا هم تاني مجموعة بعد اسبانيا، ما خسروش غير ماتش اسبانيا بس. هم فرقة قوية ولعبوا لاخر ثانية، طف في الديفنس وكل حاجة، وكان ماتش صعب علينا. في فرق طبعا، حاولنا نعمل اللي نقدر عليه، بس يعني السكور طلع كبير شوية، بس الحمد لله.
عمرو، في نهاية هذه المشاركة المونديالية لمصر التي طال انتظارها كثيرا، ونحن طبعا نقدر أنكم وصلتم إلى هذه البطولة بعد غياب طويل، ما هي الدروس المستفادة لكم كلاعبي المنتخب المصري أن تلعبوا مع مستويات بحجم إسبانيا وفرنسا؟
طبعا احنا حاولنا على قد ما نقدر نتعلم من الفرق اللي احنا بنلعبها. احنا أول مرة نوصل لكأس عالم بعد 20 سنة، في مننا ناس كتير عمرها صغير ولعبت كأس عالم ناشئين وشباب. لسه قدامنا طريق طويل ان شاء الله، وهنحاول الكلام ده، الحاجات اللي اتعلمناها نحاول نطبقها في عندنا تصفيات افريقيا المرحله الجايه، عشان ان شاء الله نقدر في افريقيا الجايه نوصل ريو ان شاء الله 2016.
عمرو، شكرا لك وحظ سعيد ان شاء الله.
ربنا يخليك، شكرا.
إذا كان هذا نجم المنتخب المصري عمرو الجندي، لعب مباراة جيدة نوعا ما، خصوصا حينما نزل في الربع الأخير، ويبدو أنه راض بشكل مجمل عن الخبرة التي اكتسبها من هذه المشاركة المونديالية. نعود إليكم. اوكي. إذا ينضم إلينا بعد نهاية هذه المباراة الكابتن عمرو الجندي لاعب المنتخب المصري. كابتن عمرو، كانت مباراة صعبة بالتأكيد، ولكن ماذا حدث؟ يبدو أن البرازيل يعني لعبت بجدية كبيرة عكس ما كان متوقعا، قد حسموا التأهل.
طبعا لعبوا هم تاني مجموعة بعد اسبانيا، ما خسروش غير ماتش اسبانيا بس. هم فرقة قوية ولعبوا لاخر ثانية، طف في الديفنس وكل حاجة، وكان ماتش صعب علينا. في فرق طبعا، حاولنا نعمل اللي نقدر عليه، بس يعني السكور طلع كبير شوية، بس الحمد لله.
عمرو، في نهاية هذه المشاركة المونديالية لمصر التي طال انتظارها كثيرا، ونحن طبعا نقدر أنكم وصلتم إلى هذه البطولة بعد غياب طويل، ما هي الدروس المستفادة لكم كلاعبي المنتخب المصري أن تلعبوا مع مستويات بحجم إسبانيا وفرنسا؟
طبعا احنا حاولنا على قد ما نقدر نتعلم من الفرق اللي احنا بنلعبها. احنا أول مرة نوصل لكأس عالم بعد 20 سنة، في مننا ناس كتير عمرها صغير ولعبت كأس عالم ناشئين وشباب. لسه قدامنا طريق طويل ان شاء الله، وهنحاول الكلام ده، الحاجات اللي اتعلمناها نحاول نطبقها في عندنا تصفيات افريقيا المرحله الجايه، عشان ان شاء الله نقدر في افريقيا الجايه نوصل ريو ان شاء الله 2016.
عمرو شكرا لك وحظ سعيد ان شاء الله.
ربنا يخليك، شكرا.
إذا كان هذا نجم المنتخب المصري عمرو الجندي، لعب مباراة جيدة نوعا ما خصوصا حينما نزل في الربع الأخير، ويبدو أنه راض بشكل مجمل عن الخبرة التي اكتسبها من هذه المشاركة المونديالية. نعود إليكم. اوكي، إذا ينضم إلينا بعد نهاية هذه المباراة الكابتن عمرو الجندي لاعب المنتخب المصري. كابتن عمرو، كانت مباراة صعبة بالتأكيد، ولكن ماذا حدث؟ يبدو أن البرازيل يعني لعبت بجدية كبيرة عكس ما كان متوقعا، قد حسموا التأهل.
طبعا لعبوا هم تاني المجموعه بعد اسبانيا، ما خسروش غير ماتش اسبانيا بس. هم فرقه قويه ولعبوا لاخر ثانيه، طاف في الديفنس وكل حاجه، وكان ماتش صعب علينا. في فرق طبعا، حاولنا نعمل اللي نقدر عليه، بس يعني السكور طلع كبير شويه، بس الحمد لله.
عمرو، في نهاية هذه المشاركة المونديالية لمصر التي طال انتظارها كثيرا، ونحن طبعا نقدر أنكم وصلتم إلى هذه البطولة بعد غياب طويل، ما هي الدروس المستفادة لكم كلاعبي المنتخب المصري أن تلعبوا مع مستويات بحجم إسبانيا وفرنسا؟
طبعا احنا حاولنا على قد ما نقدر نتعلم من الفرق اللي احنا بنلعبها. احنا أول مرة نوصل لكأس عالم بعد 20 سنة، في مننا ناس كتير عمرها صغير ولعبت كأس عالم ناشئين وشباب. لسه قدامنا طريق طويل ان شاء الله، وهنحاول الكلام ده، الحاجات اللي اتعلمناها نحاول نطبقها في عندنا تصفيات افريقيا المرحله الجايه، عشان ان شاء الله نقدر في افريقيا الجايه نوصل ريو ان شاء الله 2016.
عمرو شكرا لك وحظ سعيد ان شاء الله.
ربنا يخليك، شكرا.
إذا كان هذا نجم المنتخب المصري عمرو الجندي، لعب مباراة جيدة نوعا ما خصوصا حينما نزل في الربع الأخير، ويبدو أنه راض بشكل مجمل عن الخبرة التي اكتسبها من هذه المشاركة المونديالية. نعود إليكم. بيرفكتو. اوكي، إذا ينضم إلينا بعد نهاية هذه المباراة الكابتن عمرو الجندي لاعب المنتخب المصري. كابتن عمرو، كانت مباراة صعبة بالتأكيد، ولكن ماذا حدث؟ يبدو أن البرازيل يعني لعبت بجدية كبيرة عكس ما كان متوقعا، قد حسموا التأهل.
طبعا لعبوا هم تاني المجموعه بعد اسبانيا، ما خسروش غير ماتش اسبانيا بس. هم فرقه قويه ولعبوا لاخر ثانيه، طاف في الديفنس وكل حاجه، وكان ماتش صعب علينا. في فرق طبعا، حاولنا نعمل اللي نقدر عليه، بس يعني السكور طلع كبير شويه، بس الحمد لله.
عمرو، في نهاية هذه المشاركة المونديالية لمصر التي طال انتظارها كثيرا، ونحن طبعا نقدر أنكم وصلتم إلى هذه البطولة بعد غياب طويل، ما هي الدروس المستفادة لكم كلاعبي المنتخب المصري أن تلعبوا مع مستويات بحجم إسبانيا وفرنسا؟
طبعا احنا حاولنا على قد ما نقدر نتعلم من الفرق اللي احنا بنلعبها. احنا أول مرة نوصل لكأس عالم بعد 20 سنة، في مننا ناس كتير عمرها صغير ولعبت كأس عالم ناشئين وشباب. لسه قدامنا طريق طويل ان شاء الله، وهنحاول الكلام ده، الحاجات اللي اتعلمناها نحاول نطبقها في عندنا تصفيات افريقيا المرحله الجايه، عشان ان شاء الله نقدر في افريقيا الجايه نوصل ريو ان شاء الله 2016.
عمرو شكرا لك وحظ سعيد ان شاء الله.
ربنا يخليك، شكرا.
إذا كان هذا نجم المنتخب المصري عمرو الجندي، لعب مباراة جيدة نوعا ما خصوصا حينما نزل في الربع الأخير، ويبدو أنه راض بشكل مجمل عن الخبرة التي اكتسبها من هذه المشاركة المونديالية. نعود إليكم.
point.